Hey, what's going on? So today we want to talk about our new racks and how to set them up from an organization standpoint and how to use them properly so that people's workouts can flow very easily. But it all comes down to the organization of the rack. So on the rack, you can see there's different settings for different weights on these racks. Each rack holder should at least have one of these weights on them at all times. On top are 2.5-pound plates, 5-pound plates, 10-pound plates, 25-pound plates, 35-pound plates, and 45-pound plates. No rubber plates should be on here. Our rubber Olympic lifting plates that are used for Olympic movements should never be on these racks. If they're on these racks, please remove them and put them on the Olympic lifting rack that's right behind us. On here, there should always be one bar. When you look behind here, in the back of the rack, there's 2 bar holders to hold bars up vertically. So if people are doing pull-ups, if people are doing some form of TRX movement, they can hang the bars up so they're not in their way. Also on here, there's 3 benches on here that go in and out of the racks. So let's just talk about these, for example, on the bottom right here, on this bench. As you lift the bottom up, you can clip into place in different settings heights. Okay? Also, all the benches can be moved in and out of the rack. Right here, the yellow handles, you can lift it up and lift the seat up. You can adjust it away from an upright position to an inclined position by just simply moving up and down with the lever arm. So here are the benches that move in and out. We always put the big side bench benches in here because they're heavier benches. They're made to do more power, more lifting, and they're better benches, and they're made to slide in the rack. If you look down here at the bottom, these racks right here have little prongs sticking out, a little rack sticking out on itself. They clip in and out of the benches. So behind the back part of the rack, there's little steps that can go up and down. These are made for spotting people. You can lift them up and then go down easily. The benches can also clip into the rack as they're being used. So people can always know their settings to make their change of the rack and positioning of the seats very easily and very, very effective. So as they're moving and changing the racks, let's talk about how to adjust setting heights on the racks. You can see you take the bar out, slides right in the back. On here, on the rack, there's the rack holders, the bar holders that you can lift up and move up and down the rack. When you're ready to put it back in, place them in, slide them in, and lock right into place. Both sides should be the same height. So we should have, this is at 11, this is also 2, slide to that 11, locks into place. Okay, that's how to adjust the rack height up and down. At the bottom of these racks, there's 3 prongs sticking out. Okay, the 3 prongs are made for a resistance band trainer. We can hook resistance bands onto the bar and onto the bottom to add more resistance or a different type of resistance onto the current lifter. Up top is we have 3 different grip handles. Actually 4 different grip handles for an outside grip, for pull-ups, a normal grip, we can do reverse grips, we can do close grip inside and outside. So that way it gives it a great way to do multiple grips on their pull-ups. So you can have multiple ways to do pull-ups. So right there, there's different ways we can do it. The last thing that we want to go over in the rack are the catchers. And the catchers right here go place into the rack. So now when you're doing squats, max out, you're doing the bench press lockout, 6-inch lockout, you can slide these catchers in, and you can play the bar and catch them just like you do a normal squat rack. So if you're failing during a squat set or a bench press, you can just fall out, step one out of it, or you can just drop it off and step forward. Okay, anytime you're doing a max set, you want the bar to go behind and keep walking out of it. That's just a few things right there in the racks. Remember, we're always looking to keep our organization set up so the workouts can flow for the trainers, for the members, for everybody who's involved using these racks. It really helps with the flow. Plus, also, too, from a parent standpoint, it's great. Thanks for spending time with us going over the racks. If you have any questions, see Michael Williams or myself.